The child expresses different basic emotions. A summary of what toddlers and infants can do socio-emotionally. Two main social and emotional development. If the child is 0 to 6 months old, they occurs in different ways to express different needs, shows excitement or pleasures by moving arms, kicking, moving an entire body, and the face lighting up, smiles at or laughs in response to a pleasant experience, likes playing with water, enjoying going to park, shows fear and hesitation towards unfamiliar persons. 7 to 12 months has a favorite toy. 13 to 18 months, smile, laughs when happy or amused, cries when sad, angry, or scared, show varying degrees or intensities of various emotions. Standards 1.2. The child demonstrates the self-regulate feelings, emotions, and follows schedules as well as rules and regulations. 0 to 6 months, stop crying almost immediately when need is met, eventually gets used to initiating experience and calms down. 13 to 18 months, able to stop an undesirable behavior or activity when instructed to do so, calm down or stop tantruming with help from adults, can follow some rules. 18 to 24 months, can wait his or her turn, shows ability to contain his or her expression of anger or frustration when source is removed, shows ability to contain one's expression of anger or frustration in a public place. When asked by her parent, caregiver tries to control his tears when in pain or scared. Standards 1.8. Child comprehends and displays self-appraisal emotions. 7 to 12 months, smile or claps his hand when he or she displays a learned behavior. 13 to 18 months, recognize and is able to level self-appraisal emotions such as shame, pride, guilt, envy, jealousy. Will do something that gets him or her praise. 19 to 24 months, show interest in doing things that are his, her own creation. Say sorry when he or she has made a mistake or has hurt someone. The child expresses knowledge of self and basic rule of people in his or her immediate environment. 0 to 6 months, explores own body, often smiles and vocalizes look at self in the mirror. Responds to own name by turning to look or reaching to be picked up when called. 7 to 12 months, identifies self in a mirror or photograph via patting or pointing to his or her image. 13 to 18 months, identifies what part of his or her body hurts by pointing to this, refers to self by first or nickname, calls family members by their name rule, mama, papa, kuya, ate, asks for what or she needs without hesitation or means, expresses dislike or disagreement, but in a manner that is respectful and polite. 19 to 24 months, identifies self by first and last name, identifies what part of his or her body hurts by naming this. The child forms healthy attachment to primary caregivers and other significant adults and children in his or her name. 0 to 6 months, looks for caregiving during times or distress or discomfort, shows distress if primary caregiver is absent. 13 to 18 months, is affectionate towards primary caregivers and other family members. Cares to primary caregivers for help, is comfortable in the company of strangers if primary caregiver is present, may play alone but likes to near familiar others or siblings, hugs or cuddler toys, enjoys playing regularly with significant adults and children. 19 to 24 months, eventually moves away from primary caregiver when playing with unfamiliar children or adults but may look occasionally in his or her direction. The child plays and has positive interaction with other children. 0 to 6 months, plays with toys by himself, smile in response to the facial expressions to other children, looks at other children with interest, watches them play, displays amusement, interacting with other children. 7 to 10 months, engage in play alongside but not necessarily with other children, plays with other children. 13 to 18 months, plays cooperatively with other children, may hug, kiss, or hold hands with other children, shows or shares foods, books, and toys with other children, asks to play with other children, or invites them to play with him or her. 19 to 24 months talks to other children, asks them questions, show reference for some children, and interacts more with them. The child has positive relations and interaction with adults. 0 to 6 months will look at adults' faces and make eye-to-eye contact. Listens to verbalizations by adult cooks or smiles when talked to by a familiar adult. Plays a peek-a-boo interactively with others. 7 to 12 months hug, pats, kisses, familiar persons. 13 to 18 months friendly with strangers but initially may show slight anxiety or shyness. Ask adults, family members for indicate what he or she wants or needs. Willingly does what familiar adults ask him or her to do. Appropriately uses cultural gestures of greeting without prompting. The child takes social cues from the environment and adjusts his behavior accordingly. 0 to 6 months is shy or more quiet with strangers, refers to caregiver for cues about novel situations, people, or objects. 13 to 18 months usually quiets down or stops when caregiver, such as him or her, takes notice when there is a sudden change in the mood of caregiver or people around him or her. 19 to 24 months, if he or she needs something, can wait quietly as told until caregiver is able to attend to him. The child recognizes and respects similarities and differences people, language, culture. 19 to 24 months, able to differentiate between boy, set, and girls. The child recognizes and respects similarities and differences in people, language, culture. 19 to 24 months treat house help or those less fortunate with respect.